Looking at today's game, of course you have to give, Iowa all the credit. They played well, did what they had to do under the circumstances, weather and all that. Played a smart, physical football game. Looking at our football team, though, we did not. I'm talking about we didn't play as well, of course, as we needed to under the circumstances. We knew we'd have to establish the run on the offensive side, try to keep the ball as much as we possibly could, especially when the wind was a factor. Couldn't turn the ball over on a day like today. So a lot of those things you need to do to win, we didn't. As far as the reasons why, we had some guys went down injury-wise a little bit, but you got to convert on third downs. As simple as that. You got to be able to get some drives going, first down on top of first down. So, again, better team won today. Take your question.
How much was the wind and just the conditions?
They were a factor, but it's not like it happened. Once the game started, we knew it would be a factor early on. With them taking the ball, of course, they're saying it's a big factor, but it would really have been a factor if it was a passing game. It wasn't. It wasn't that type of game. And you just need to be able to put a couple of first downs together when you know those things are going to come into play.
Coach, what was the breakdown on the punt return?
Breakdown, somebody getting out of their lane, missing the tackle. I think it's the same story on any punt return or any return in general. Somebody getting out of the lane, not getting off of a block.
You mentioned injuries. How big of a factor was losing Clements?
It was a factor. Clements, Carroll Phillips. But defensively, I thought we were hanging in there enough, even after they left. They got some, there at the end, they got a few more to put on the board, but I thought the defense was still hanging in there, even with those guys. Chunky Clements went down about the first series or so we played most of the game without him.
Coach, you got to evaluate West Lawn State today.
I'm sorry?
How would you evaluate West Lawn State today?
West, our quarterback, we didn't score any points. We didn't. And then we dropped some balls where we actually got the ball to the receiver. So just wasn't a good day. Just looking at the performance on the offense as a whole, couldn't get the running game going. Didn't do much in the passing game. So pretty easy.
How disappointing was it to not capitalize on some of those early turnovers you guys had?
Well, we needed to. Disappointing because that's when the game was kind of still, kind of up. Defensive battle there early on. And when you get a takeaway, you need to be able, you do have momentum. It's a big play to stop them from scoring, But if you don't capitalize on it, momentum shifts to the other team pretty quick, and that's what happened.
Last week after Wisconsin, even some of the seniors were emotional. What was the disappointment like or emotion like after this? Just briefly when you saw the guys.
I actually say it briefly when we saw them. You can imagine how it is. Disappointment. It's a special day for a lot of seniors. Your last game at Memorial Stadium, and you want it. It's a memory that you'll have forever. You want it to play out a certain way. That's not the way, of course, you want it to. So you can imagine how everybody's feeling in the locker room. When you have disappointment like we have today, and for the seniors and everybody else on our team, you're winding down. We have one more game left to go in our year, and if we could pick an opponent, it's your rival that you want to play to have an opportunity to salvage something, from the season. So we're going to shift gears pretty quick to that.
What stood out for the Iowa defense?
I think what stands out, it's not like they do an awful lot. You know where they are. I believe in that too. That's for the most part how we try to play too, is that this is who we are. We're going to play our defense, even if it's about execution. We're going to be in the right spot. We're going to play hard and make you earn every bit you get. You have to like that. Whenever you can shut an opponent out, that's saying quite a bit.
You had talked a few times this week about their running backs, Daniels. What impressed you about them? Obviously, really good game, but what is it about Daniels, even Wadley, that impresses you with the way they play?
I think all their running back position, there's a commitment to the run, and their offensive line stays on the blocks. And then from there, their running backs can make you miss in open field. They broke tackles today. You know, of course, the passing game wasn't a big part. It was Big Ten tailback type football today on their part.